Welcome back to Adventure Afloat, and on today's Winter Ashore episode we are going to be looking at the exhaust elbow and changing some belts. As per usual, haven't got a clue what I'm doing, so stick around to see if we can muck this up. So this is the exhaust elbow that comes off the back of the turbo, and it's got some cooling pipes etc. going to it, and I'm led to believe that these can get like blocked up over time etc. So I just want to have a look inside it and see if there's anything untoward going on. So we've now got to just strip it down. So there we go, there's the exhaust elbow off. I'm probably going to have to give this a bit of a clean up, but I don't know what I'm looking for, if I'm all honest with you, but I mean that doesn't look too bad to me. It's got salt water going through it, so it's going to be a little bit rusty. And there's the inside of the turbo, and it spins freely, there's no play in it. I don't know, I'll have to research how to clean that up. And there's the pipe that it goes down. And there's the pipe that it goes down. I'm not too sure what all that is around the top of it, but yeah, and then we've got you can get a bit of a closer look at the steering ram there. Let's have a good look around the back of there and have a check of everything while this is out. And I think we've got a new rubber gasket here that we're going to need. So yeah, a couple of things to look at, and then obviously, and then we've also got this rubber boot here. I mean, it looks fine. We'll see if we need to get a new one of those, but yeah, that is taking off the exhaust elbow and giving it a quick inspection. Right then, so that's the exhaust elbow off. We're going to I think we're going to get a new rubber bit that goes between the actual elbow and the the down tube thing. I don't know what it's called, because I don't think they're that expensive. And there's like that pipe there. I think there's a rubber seal that goes between the two bits. So we're going to grab a new one of those, but for the moment we're going to have a look at getting these belts off. And I think what it entails is, remember when you watched the water pump video, which is here, we've got to take this off, we've got to take the strainer off, and yeah, I think it's just going to give me a bit more access, and it's not that difficult from memory, so let's crack on with that. So there we go, we've got much better access now that we have taken the strainer off, which is this bit here, and the water pump. Just a few bolts really, and in true Matt Armstrong style, we will put the bolts back in where they come out from, so we don't know, or so we do know, where they go back in again. And yeah, so we need to get this belt off, which by all intensive purposes I believe, well I'm pretty sure, as far as I can be with all of this Volvo Pentagear, that is the power steering. It's a bit rusty, so we may have a look at that. And that goes down to here, so I think we're going to have to take this off the end of here, and then you can see there's the dual belts that go down to the alternator. So plan is to take this one off by possibly removing this, and then the two alternator belts over there, and change them. So that's the pulley off the power steering, and here's the belt. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but I'll keep it as a spare. Sorry, get that in focus for you. But it's just peace of mind at the end of the day that we've got a new belt going back on again. As I said, we can always keep that as a spare just in case if we ever break down out on the water. So now it's a matter of getting these two belts off, which are for the alternator, and there's an adjustment bolt down here. So I'm thinking that if we slacken that off, we should be able to then slide the two belts over the main drive out the back of the engine, and go from there. So we've loosened this bolt off down here, and there's one just where's it gone? Up here in there, and that's allowed this whole alternator to pivot. So we've put it down to its minimum, and now we should be able to get the alternator belts off. So there's two of these, and we're going to replace them. We'll get the other one off. Here's the new ones, 966978, and the power steering belt is 967123. So yeah, in actual fact, not too bad. Taken me about half an hour to get to this stage, and yeah, it just shows that just have a go. What's the worst that can happen? So there you go, there's the two alternator belts back on. I've not tightened them up yet, and the way we're going to achieve that is to bring the alternator back and tighten it up on the adjuster, and then from what I've read, you need to be able to deflect the belt by 1 centimetre, and obviously at the moment we've probably got about 6 or 7 there, so they need to be a bit tighter. So let's tighten the alternator back up on the adjuster until we are getting 1 centimetre deflection on both belts. So there you go, that's the two belts back on. And our good friend Andy, who's behind me at the moment, has said as long as I can't turn that more than 90 degrees, which I can't, then we're good. And also, that's not deflecting, get you in focus, that's not deflecting more than 10 mil. and they're both paired belts, and so yeah. Say hello, Andy. That is the two alternator belts changed. We now need to move on to the power steering belt, and we'll do that next. So here's the new power steering belt on, and we've tightened back up the mounting bolt and the adjuster arm for the power steering pump. And so yeah, that's all three belts now changed over, and we're just going to get the water pump back on and the electrics box. And there we have it. One water pump back on, strainer, all the hoses are reconnected. I need two more Jubilee clips because these are starting to rust, and believe it or not, this boat came when it was originally manufactured with galvanised clips everywhere, and so I've slowly been replacing them with these marine stainless variants, so I'll have to do that there. These are the old belts. Quite an easy job, to be fair, although I wouldn't want to do it if one snapped and we were on the water, so or trying to go along on the water, shall we say. So it's just a bit of peace of mind. I will keep these as spares, and I think I've got some spare ones on board anyway, but you can never have too many, I guess. And so yeah, that is that for now. What I think I'll do now is just turn the engine over without letting it fire again, just so that we can check that everything is still tight after the engine turns over. So let's give that a go. So there we are, we just turned the engine over after that belt change, and we'll just check to see how tight everything is. So down here we've got the power steering belt, and she's still tight. And then down here we've got the alternator belts. Yeah. So I think the plan there is we're happy with that little maintenance job, and we will get the boat back afloat when it's ready. There's still quite a lot of work to do before that, but we will get the boat back afloat, get a run back onto the pontoons, and then just do a check over on the engine, check that the water pump is not leaking, etc. But that's all for another time. We do need to give some attention to this exhaust elbow, so we're going to give it a clean up on this face, a clean up down there, and then down here I will probably get a new boot just to be sure, and then I think there's a rubber O-ring that goes in the end of there, so we'll purchase a new one of those and get that put back on another time. So there we have it, exhaust elbow off and inspected, some parts needed for that, so we'll go away and get those parts, and the three belts changed over, which I think has been a really productive day on the boat. As always, thank you so much for those watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and until the next time, see you on the water.